Hello, I'm Malcolm Cox, and this is part 7 of What's the Truth About Heaven and Hell, based on the book of the same name, written by my good friend Douglas Jacoby. Now, I've reached a section of the book where he discusses various views of eternal punishment, and today we're going to have a little chat about the traditionalist view, and I'd like to know what your thoughts are. The traditionalist view is the view that punishment goes on forever. It seems to be the view that's been held by most Christian denominations over most centuries. Perhaps it's the most common view of most people of the Christian faith today. I don't know what your views are, but let's have a little look at this thought. The idea that punishment goes on forever is based on passages like Matthew 25, verse 46. Let me read for you. Then they will go away to eternal punishment, but the righteous to eternal life. Eternal punishment, eternal life. The word eternal, aionios there, meaning outside of time, indeterminate period of time, often translated eternal. But if you do a quick search through the New Testament and the translating of that word, that's translated eternal there, although it is often translated eternal, it is not always. It doesn't always mean eternal. For example, in Romans 16, I'll read for you verse 25 and 26. Now to him who is able to strengthen you according to my gospel and the preaching of Jesus Christ, according to the revelation of the mystery that has been kept secret for long ages, that's a translation of the word aionios, long ages, but has now been disclosed and through the prophetic writings has been made known to all nations, according to the command of the eternal God. Again, the word eternal there is aionios, so translated two different ways in consecutive verses to bring about the obedience of faith and so on. So we have a secret that's kept for long ages. That's a secret that was meant to be revealed. It wasn't meant to be eternally hidden. And yet we also have a mention of the eternal God, who clearly is eternal. So it's a word that can be translated to mean eternal, ongoing, forever, or it can be translated to mean just a very long time, a time that is outside of our understanding, outside of our ability to grasp or our ability to know. And what the writer Paul is talking about there is about a mystery that only God knows when will be coming to fruition or coming to be known. So if the word isn't necessarily meaning eternal, then we have to be careful about being sure to translate it in that way. What about passages in Revelation that seem to indicate that punishment will be eternal? Well, read them carefully and tell me if you think they have to mean that. Of course, the passages in Revelation, though they are talking about real and true events, are using metaphorical, figurative language, apocalyptic language, and the theme of Revelation is not about eternal damnation, is it? The theme is the final victory of God's people, the final victory, in fact, of the Lamb, of Jesus Christ, and that those who hold on to him and keep their faith in him will share in that victory if they do so. That's the theme, and the theme of a passage or the theme of a book is very important to reflect on when we're deciding on the meaning of passages like those about the lake of fire. So what do you think? It seems that there's a strong, part of me feels there is a strong case for the traditionalist view in that if those who choose to be with God will enjoy eternal joys, there'll be eternal joys in heaven. Perhaps it's fitting and balanced that for those who choose to be separated from God by their own choices of sin, that they will also be eternally punished. On the other hand, is that an accurate representation of justice, of God as a God of justice, and, of the very character and heart of God? And is it a necessary understanding from the word aionios and passages in the Bible that seem to indicate a long period of punishment, but not necessarily that that is equivalent to the eternal nature of God? What do you think? We'll talk about the conditionalist view and the universalist view another time, but that'll have to do for today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and God bless.